Okay, message number 2. I do have a wardrobe change. I spilt coffee on my original tank top, but that is neither here nor there. Let's get to the message. And this is the message. How do I know what is my truth? How do I know it's my actual truth and not a truth that has been given to me to believe, not a truth that I've been manipulated to believe, or there's some sort of mind control over me believing it, right? What is actually my truth? How do I know it's my truth? So here are 3 ways to start to navigate whether it's actually your truth or whether it's something that you have been programmed to believe to be your truth, whether you have been manipulated to believe it into a truth, or mind controlled into believing it to be your truth. Because this is happening and has been happening to us for thousands of years. Being able to really decipher what is your truth, not anyone else's, even if 17 million people believe it to be your truth and you're their truth, and it's not your truth, right? It's not my truth. This is about being sovereign. What is sovereignty? Sovereignty is standing in your truth, standing in your power, standing in your light and in your frequency. So, step 1, when you are receiving information from someone, from some place, from this post right now, this video, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, the media, political systems, environmental systems, scientific systems, right? Whatever it is, when you receive the information, step 1 is, can you be the observer? So right now you're listening to this message, right? Can you observe yourself as the individual that is receiving this information, right? I am now receiving and digesting information from Lori. Perfect. That's step 1. Step 2, you ask yourself, what lens am I using to digest the information? Digest the information means receiving it and understanding it. And then as you understand it, you start to say, is this my truth? Do I believe this? Do I not believe this? Does this make sense? Does this not make sense? You're digesting it. So what lens are you using? Are you using the lens of your resonance and your higher self, meaning what your vibration is tapping into and feeling? Are you using the lens of the person speaking it to you, meaning Lori lens? Are you using the lens of Lori? What would that look like? The lens of Lori would be, Lori's a spiritual teacher. Lori teaches on these things. Lori must know what she's talking about. Lori has this many followers. This video has this many likes and this many comments. Therefore, it must be true, right? That's the lens of Lori. Let's say there's a political figure talking to you and you don't like this political figure. You have these ideas and beliefs around the political figure. When you're listening to the political figure speak, are you using the lens of, I don't like this political speaker, this political person? Right? I don't like this person. If that's the lens you're using to receive the information, then anything that person says to you, you're not going to agree and like, regardless of whether there is a resonance to that information. Do you understand? When you use a lens that is separate from resonance, intuition, and higher self, that lens is going to dictate whether it is true or not, regardless of whether it's actually a truth to you. Let's say there's a doctor that's talking to you about certain things, and let's say you use the lens of the doctor. So you're now receiving this information through the lens of, this is a doctor. This doctor knows what he's talking about. I'm going to believe what this doctor is telling me. You're now using that lens, regardless of whether there's a resonance to the message or not, meaning he's saying something to you and inside you're like, no, that doesn't resonate with me. That doesn't feel right. Instead of doing that, you're using the lens of, well, this is a doctor and a doctor tells me these things and therefore it must be true. What lens are you using when you are receiving and digesting the information? Okay? And the third is, can you step deeper into your physical body and begin to use the lens of resonance? What does this energetically feel like? Does this message coming from this political figure that I don't like, does the actual message feel good? Does it actually resonate? And the only way you'll be able to get into that deep resonance is by letting go of the lens that you're using that's dictating the truth. All of these lenses that we have been programmed to receive information with. The doctor, the politician I hate, the politician I like, the system out there that has millions of followers, the teacher that has millions of followers that's supposed to be right all the time, right? Whatever that lens is, we've got to get rid of those lenses in order to actually come into your actual resonance and truth, your truth, no one else's. And you do that by feeling your energy. That's why it's so potent, believe it or not, to close your eyes and not look at, not have a lens as to who is giving you the information, because then you actually feel the energy of it. You get rid of that lens. The lens is very powerful. The lens you use to receive information in a third dimensional field is very powerful. And when you step into your resonance, it doesn't matter, the lens goes away. And you start feeling and understanding truth from an energetic perspective. So I encourage you going forward. This is how you break out of manipulation and be manipulated. This is how you break out of mind control and being controlled by your mind, right? This is how you break out of socialized zombie mode of I'm just going to believe because they're telling me, right? I follow the herd. I don't want to rock the boat. So I just believe because they tell me to, even if it doesn't resonate. It takes courage to trust your resonance. It takes courage to trust your truth and no one else's truth. It takes courage to come in and to feel you and to feel your light, to feel your energy, to feel your truth. So observe yourself as you're receiving this information, even this information right now. Ask yourself what lens you're using. Is it a lens that has a what's the word I want to use? I can't think of the word, but just look at the lens you're using, okay? And can you step deeper into resonance? What is my resonance? What is my truth? What is my frequency saying? Because again, remember, this is all energy. The message is coming at you. This message coming at you right now is energy. And your energy. And it's pulsing out. What does it feel like? What's the energy feel like? Nah, I don't like Lori's message today. Great, you don't resonate. It's not your truth. I like Lori's message today. I resonate with it. Take out the lens of Lori the teacher and just feel the energy. Okay, I wanted to go back to what was that word. When you use certain lenses that have discriminations to them, that's it, right? Are you using lenses that are discriminating against things, right? So you want to pay attention to that, right? If this person is telling me this and I know all these bad things about this person, then anything they say is going to be bad, right? That kind of stuff. Anyway. All right, I'm going to leave you at that. I love you. I hope this was useful. Practice those 3 steps, right? Don't just believe whatever's given to you, you know? Don't just believe. Feel. Feel into it. And that's where you'll find your truth. Love you.